Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is it a trap when Brooke's former enemy becomes her friend? The brave and the lovely updates and spoilers indicate although Brooke Logan is adamant about getting back Forrester creations for the Forresters, a surprising ally might show up. She might unexpectedly connect with a former enemy as she makes her way through this challenging terrain. But will this new partnership be her lifeline or a trap? Upon entering the room, Brooke discovered Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan engaged in a heated discussion on the February 13th episode's takeover of Forrester Creations. She sensed the tension and hurried out. As she made her way to the CEO's office, she discovered Daphne Rose fervently attempting to convince Carter Walton that his achievements at Forrester Creations include substantial sacrifices. Brooke initially questioned Steffi's intentions when she returned to work, but she quickly saw that Steffi was using a similar tactic, playing on Carter's moral sensibilities. When Brooke learned that Steffi might be one of her allies, she understood that she might actually have two. Is this a sign of a possible partnership to return the business to the Forresters? Even if Brooke had the desire, it's unlikely that she would have backed Steffi's original plan to keep Hope and Carter apart. Rich Forrester attacked Hope with insults, while Brooke resolutely kept her ground. But now that Steffi's approach is changing to reflect her own goals, a partnership might be imminent. Zen Forrester might take over and attest to Brooke's continued attempts to return the business to the Forresters in the event that Steffi doubts his dedication to their common objective. Brooke is determined to steer Carter away from his poor decisions regarding the LLC, even though she may not want to break Hope and Carter up. The risk to Steffi herself is the only issue with the possible partnership between Steffi and Brooke. Steffi has already admitted that her parents' reunion has been a benefit of the firm takeover. That delicate relationship can be jeopardized if it becomes out that Brooke has been working behind the scenes. Although Brooke never intended to work with Steffi, having a partner could help her get closer to her ultimate objective, which is what she values most. Daphne tries to win Carter over. Eric was concerned about the company's situation at the Forrester mansion. Despite Justin's lack of assistance, Ridge and Taylor reassured him that Steffi's strategy should be effective soon, and that he would regain possession of Forrester. Although Ridge and Eric were dubious of the source, Ridge revealed that Steffi had a scheme to appeal to Carter's conscience. Taylor observed that Carter appeared to be experiencing some remorse, and that Brooke had also mentioned the same thing. Taylor thought the real Carter was somewhere inside, waiting for the right person to pull him out. Taylor clarified that although people may alter their conduct when they encounter new people and circumstances, their fundamental ideas remain the same. She thought the real Carter would return. Ridge and Eric bemoaned how misled and hurt they felt by Carter. Ridge later experienced memories of his close relationship with Carter and their family occasions. Hope was excited in the CEO's office because the jewelry line was ready to launch and Carter's vision of a high-end, international brand was coming to fruition. As Brooke watched, Hope inquired as to why Carter wasn't grinning, assuming he would be more thrilled. As Hope assured Carter that the jewelry line would be a success, and that he should let himself enjoy the moment, Brooke listened. All of this is due to you, she informed him. Brooke kept a tight eye on Carter as he stared at the photo of Eric and Stephanie behind his desk, still unable to grin. Steffi and Daphne went over their strategy at the design office, which was to change the seduction to an effort to appeal to Carter's kindness and honesty. Steffi claimed she needed it to succeed, and Daphne believed the plan would work. Daphne stated that she had a positive impression of Carter at this point and concurred with Steffi that he appeared to be going through a significant change. Daphne commented about how attractive and accomplished Carter was, and she wanted him to return to his former self, as Steffi explained. Daphne seemed very smitten with Carter, Steffi observed. Daphne acknowledged that saving him from Hope Logan was now a personal quest. Hope stopped dead in her tracks as she entered the design office. Asking if Daphne had simply been in there with her, she grinned and took a long breath. Steffi wanted to discuss business, but she acknowledged that Daphne was intoxicating. Before she could say anything more, Brooke entered and inquired about their relationship. Even if Forrester wasn't in the best of health right now, Steffi claimed that everything was all right. Steffi claimed that although she was there to work, she did not support the coup. Hope assured her that the jewelry line drop would demonstrate the success of the new power structure. She reminded Steffi that she should accept the leadership because nothing could change it. Brooke stood behind Hope looking worried. Steffi warned Hope that it was unclear if there would be a huge debt or success. She was relieved that her grandma was around to witness what was happening, but she questioned whether it would be the company's demise. Her grandfather and father were present to observe, she mentioned. Steffi questioned, "Are you aware of what this is doing to them?" Looking disheveled, Brooke promised to return. "What's wrong, Brooke?" Steffi inquired. She sniffed as she left, saying, "I just need a minute." "Well, what are you aware of?" "I believe Brooke is coming to the realization that what you and Carter did was wrong," Steffi said to Hope. Hope laughed at Steffi's remark, but Steffi pointed out that Brooke was a reluctant CEO and had lost Ridge as a result. Hope attributed their issue on Ridge's reluctance to commit. She claimed that Brooke and Carter were a formidable combo, and that the Logans were at last receiving the recognition and respect they were due. Carter was impressed by Daphne's new fragrance as she entered the CEO's office. As she grasped his hand, she informed him she had been thinking about him, and that today was a significant day for the jewelry line drop. Despite having security clearances, Charlie was surprised by Daphne's aroma. He wanted to get a bottle for one of his female friends in Genoa City. Following Charlie's departure, Carter assured Daphne that, like the jewelry, he was sure the fragrance line would succeed. "Yes, it will be, but how delightful will the success be?" Daphne inquired. She pondered whether celebrating the victory without the Forresters seemed odd to him. Carter was informed by Daphne that she could tell when someone wasn't being authentic. Prior to mentioning that Hope had him enamored with her, she had Carter's whole attention. She implored Carter to deny it, but he drew back and chuckled. "Carter, it is as obvious as day. Although you've never been married, you'd like to get married. You want someone to dedicate themselves to you and you alone. You desire love and attention, and you're getting it from Hope. At least giving something that feels like it. You are now addicted to it, whatever you choose to name it. You would do anything for Hope, even stab a dear friend in the back to make it last," Daphne remarked. Daphne acknowledged to Carter that he didn't feel comfortable with the takeover. Brooke approached the open door and watched as they talked. "Carter, being a part of this is not who you really are," Daphne said in closing. Brooke appeared in the doorway. As she stood up to go, Daphne leaned over Carter and advised him to give her words careful thought. Daphne went out and Brooke entered. Brooke advised Carter to pay attention to Daphne's observations since she was correct. "Ridge and Eric sat at home," she continued, "and they were behind the desk." "Carter, you and I share a lot of similarities," Brooke remarked. Carter acknowledged that they both loved Hope. Brooke said to him, "Yes, for Hope, but also for someone else." She claimed that the takeover cost them both Ridge. When Brooke responded that Carter missed Ridge just as much as she did, she started crying. "You can deny it all you want, Carter, but I know you're crying inside too," Brooke continued. "Hope's moment with Finn that changed everything. Will Luna hold the secret to her achievement?" Updates and teasers for The Bold and the beautiful hint that Hope Logan may have a fantastic chance to win John Finnegan over. The dynamics could drastically change if Hope replaces Luna Nozawa, while Steffi Forrester declines. Hope was humiliated in her final desperate attempt to win Finn's heart. Following a flurry of flirtation and an awkward, inebriated kiss, Finn made it plain that he had no interest in a serious relationship with her. Even though she finally moved on and fell in love with Carter Walton, their relationship's future seemed dubious. There are several indications that Hope and Carter may not have a happy ending, even if Steffi and Daphne Rose's plan fails. As Carter struggles with his remorse about taking over the LLC, what would happen if he chose to return it to the Forresters? Carter's total reversal of his prior backing may infuriate Hope, particularly in light of the possibility that Steffi will cancel her line and fire her again. In the world of the CBS soap opera, Carter and Hope have never appeared to be a long-term couple, regardless of the situation. A breakup was a genuine possibility sooner rather than later, because their relationship was hurriedly built and lacked the depth necessary for permanence. Hope might end herself unmarried at a crucial time if that occurs, especially since Steffi and Finn's marriage is in danger of failing if it is revealed that Luna is his daughter.